Hey everyone, welcome back to the J Lounge. Of course, you guys know I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss J, aka Miss Simone Jackson, here to bring you guys another amazing episode of the J Lounge. Of course, you guys know we are an entertainment based podcast show where we talk with actors, filmmakers, directors, singers, you name it, they all end up on the show. And I'm super excited to be introducing my next guest. He's an actor, executive producer. He's got so many credits to his name for film. He's been in The Mad Hatter, True Love Blooms, Gray People, The Irishman, television. I mean, he's live awards, The Italians, Daddy, We're Back. Did this man sleep? I don't know, but I will find out in the show. But everyone, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Dennis Mallen. Hi, Dennis.
Thank you, Simone. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Love the
Oh,
introduction.
not a problem. And I mean
I,
that.
I,
I say all your credits. Do you have time to sleep? Do you sleep? Is that a concept for you?
Not recently, no. Really, truth be known, 4 to 6 hours, if that. And so far, so good. Do I look tired? My bags.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am super excited to have you on the show, Dennis. I really appreciate you giving me your time. So I'm going to go ahead and fire the first question at you. What began your passion for acting and directing?
Well, I've been in the business now over 25 years. And back in the day, my mother was in the entertainment business. My mother was a singer. Ooh. And when I was 12, 13, 14, I was always this tall. I'm 6'1". And, skinny kid, stuff like that. And I wanted to kind of throw my hat in the ring. Well, at 14 years old, I did go to a few castings and stuff like that. And then what happened at 14? I got the chicken pox. So that dream was dashed at that time. And then fast forward, 10 plus years later, I find myself in Manhattan. And my first mentor, James Demonic, used to teach at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts and Sciences. Jim's a great friend. Mm-hmm. We get together every week for an adult beverage and a cigar, and I walk in with a 3-piece suit on. He's like, "Oh, look at this kid. He's coming from Central Casting. You should do this. You should do that." After about 2 weeks of browbeating me and embarrassing me, I said, "All right, Jim, what do I need to do?" "You need to get a headshot." "What's a headshot?" "Call this guy." "All right, I get a headshot. What's next?" "You need to learn how to read copy." "What's copy?" "Commercials." "Call this person." And it's just, within a matter of 4 weeks after that conversation with Jim, I just got started. My first foray was into a stage. I was Lenny from Of Mice and Men, which that is real acting and real stressful. And I've just been really on a tear ever since, just having fun and loving what I do. So, but it all came down to Jim kind of pushing me in the deep end of the pool and just getting it done. So I blame him. I love him.
Shout out to Jim. Shout out to Jim, being a true friend, pushing you out of your comfort zone. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't have discovered your passion. So I love people like that. They see something in you that you didn't see and push you to it. Jim, you're amazing. Shout out to you.
Without a doubt.
Going on to the number 2 question. As an actor, what type of stories do you like to tell? What stories do you like to bring to the forefront?
Well, unfortunately, recently, you did see I was in the Mad Hatter. I was basically the chief antagonist in the Mad Hatter, and Helena Hutchins was our cinematographer.
Oh,
rest in peace. Exactly.
Yes, for sure.
Very creative young woman, very avant-garde, just a luminary that I was fortunate enough to work with. So, that's a story where it really makes people kind of step up and listen and slow down and think twice before you make things happen. I'm traveling this week, but I'm also producing a movie down here in Clearwater, Florida. And it had an all hands on call, cast crew. Mm-hmm. And we really went over the procedures of how weapons will be handled. And if you don't comply, you're fired. Period. Because you never know. But here's the thing too, and I'm not casting aspersions. I wait for the final report and everything else that's going on. It's a tragedy for her and her family, her husband and her child. It's a matter of personal responsibility. Yes. Being in the business as long as I have, I've handled weapons hundreds of times. And every time I've been handed a weapon, I check it myself before I do anything with it. And
Good.
I make my fellow actors around me and crew see what I see. Okay, the gun's empty. Okay, this. You agree with me? Everything's clear. Everything's good. And then I'll point it at the ground and I'll click the trigger just to ensure and just so everybody around me is comfortable. You know, mistakes happen, and you know, it's a shame.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I always harken back to my first SAG feature. I was in Devil's Advocate, and Taylor Hackford was the director. Helen Mirren's then husband. I don't know if they're still together. None of my business. Al Pacino, Craig T. Nelson, Keanu Reeves. And what I loved
Oh,
about it,
yeah.
my first feature, my first everything, right?
Yeah.
So I got picked out of the crowd and I was kind of featured. In front of me is Keanu Reeves, Craig T. Nelson, and right over my shoulder
Oh
is
my
the
God.
luminary, is Mr. Pacino. Okay. Now I'm sitting next to two other actors. Now, what I learned early on, regardless of what you're doing, you always have to have an intention. You don't sit there stoic, you have an intention. I'm in a courtroom scene. It's a big case going on. Okay. What are
Mm-hmm.
my expressions? Am I listening to it? Am I intent? What's my expression? So Taylor Hackford goes, cut, you, out. The two actors next to me got kicked out because they're sitting there all stoic. They weren't interacting. So I learned a lot. And I kind of, I was like, what the heck just happened? I looked over my shoulder and Mr. Pacino said, it's all right, son, you're fine. Thank you, sir. The voice of God,
Right.
the voice of
Right.
God, thank you, sir. And I just kind of went back to doing what I'm doing. So I've had so many great experiences. I I am blessed to do what I do. And if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. And a lot of people ask, well, what's your best film? What's your best this? What's your best that? I kind of look at it. It's like asking Tom Brady, what was the best Super Bowl you ever won?
Right.
And right. And Tom, being in Florida, Tom said last year, he goes, they're all memorable. They all have great experiences. There isn't one that stands out above the rest. Now, I've had lead roles, I've had supporting roles. I still play an extra role, depending on what I need to do. I like to keep myself busy. And I look at it, I call it the Northeast hustle, the New York, New Jersey hustle where I'm from. There's not much I won't do. And I got my board over here. I got all my projects written down. Maybe I shouldn't show you that. I'm busy. I'm doing a skincare commercial. I'm doing a photo shoot in Tampa the next day. I'm in Texas this week
Oh,
on a
wow.
movie festival, meeting with producers. I have a lot going on because I never say no. And I've always had the mentality, if you do enough work, something's going to stick.
Mm-hmm.
And 2021, as tough as it might have been with the pandemic, I've been really busy. I've been just really, really blessed. I've done about 8 different national mask commercials, COVID mask commercials, right? To turn a tragedy into a benefit. And just everything that's going on. We did a full season of Daddy, We're Back. I'm Daddy. We did that last year in Riverview, Florida. Well, I'm very fortunate to tell you we got picked up by 2 networks. We're on
Nice.
Blue TV and we're on ETV. So now you can see my ugly mug in front of 25 million subscribers all over YouTube. So it's really exciting. I was talking to the producers, Angela and Valencia, my daughters in the show, my Irish twin daughters. It's a mixed race family. And the scripts, the way they wrote the scripts, it's so contemporary. You name the issue, we discuss it. And it's kind of funny. It's the antithesis of what I've done as an actor. If you look at my body work, I play the tough guy. I
Mm-hmm.
play, I play this kind of character, that kind of character. Well, in Daddy, We're Back. Yeah, I'm a business owner. I've got money, but I'm also very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And every week I get a script and I'm reading the script. I'm like, oh my, okay, I got to cry in this scene. I got to cry in that scene. But the scripts just hit me right in the heart. And being a method actor and being able to show range, that's what you want. So it's the funniest thing. We would do a Zoom call, kind of a table read, a virtual table read. And I'm on with the entire cast. And I'm like, all right, you ready? And I just go there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I look up and everyone's quiet. Everyone's like, what just happened? And that's the nature of writing great scripts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can take the actor on a journey, you can take the people watching on a journey, and that's what it's all about. You're telling a
Mm-hmm.
story, but you're hitting many, many, many different perspectives. And
Yeah.
that's what we're so blessed. We're in front of 25 million subscribers now. It looks like we may perhaps definitely possibly be doing a season 2, depending on the views,
Nice.
and it's all on YouTube. So please go check it out. Daddy, we're back. I'm Daddy, and just very
Yeah.
proud of that work.
That
Very
is
proud of that work.
incredible.
Thank
That
you.
is incredible.
Thank
And
you.
I do have to agree with you on taking the accountability, kind of self accountability. When you handle,
Yeah.
weapons on set. I think what kind of surprised people was the fact that real guns were used, and it wasn't like prop guns. So I know people were like, "Well, why are you guys using real?" So I do agree with that. There's got to be a little bit self responsibility, self accountability,
Yeah.
and stuff like that for sure.
You know, and the unions and the regulatory bodies, and they're going to put stuff in place, rightfully so. I mean, I've got a scene up on YouTube where it was for a short, and I show up, and there's a certain scene in there, a poignant scene, and I asked the director, "You have a weapon?" "Oh no, we forgot it." "You forgot the weapon?" "Well, you carry one, don't you?" "Well, I'm in Florida, and I got my carry permit. Can we use your weapon?" "Okay." So I go in my car, I make sure it's empty, stuff like that. I bring it in.
Hmm.
I had to do a suicide scene with my own weapon. You want to talk about surreal?
Yeah.
It was surreal. I sent the clip to my brother, my sister. I made my sister cry. I'm not going to tell you what my brother said because I'm like, it was profane, but it's interesting. And again, it's a matter of personal responsibility, personal accountability.
Absolutely.
Because unfortunately, in my lifetime, you heard about Brandon Lee, of course,
Of
about
course.
20 years ago, and now we've got
Hmm.
Helena. So
Yeah.
something's got to change. Something's got to tighten up a little bit.
Absolutely agree with you on that one. Definitely. They got to start keeping people's safety first. Yes, we are trying to, create movies, but no, we still got to make sure people are safe first because these things can happen. And, yeah, like you said, there's something's got to tighten up a little bit so we can prevent any more of these happening for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, but going on to the number 3 question, Dennis, is there any role or character that you want to play that you haven't played yet?
Um, anything in Dune 2. I'm a huge
Yes, that's a good one.
I'm a huge
Hey.
Frank Herbert fan. I've read every Dune book, the prequels, his son's book, Brian Herbert's books, twice. So I've already seen the movie 3 times. So
Ah,
I'm just when I see movies like that, it's more of a master's class for me. So I go there first just to enjoy the cinematography, the whole aspect of it. And then I sit down at the next showing, and then I'm breaking it down. What decisions would I make? Timothy Chalamet. Oh my gosh, so pure, innocent, just flow. He was in the flow. Everything was just so amazing. Jason Momoa.
oh yes.
I don't want to not include anybody. Just an amazing ensemble. And a
Yeah.
lot of people were comparing that to the 80s movie, Kyle MacLachlan and whatnot. Great actors back then. But if you don't know the story, you're kind of lost in the 80s version. What
Hmm.
I love about what Denis Villeneuve did with this movie, he slowed it down. Character development, build empathy for the characters, understand the religion, understand the politics, really building it to Dune 2. So that would be, I told my management team, Angela Anderson, my manager, Rebecca Mahan, my publicist, get me in as an extra, get me in as a Fremen. You can kill me off in the first 5 minutes. I don't care.
You
Just
can kill
just
me
get me,
off in the first 5 minutes.
just get
That's
me in.
serious. That's dedication right there.
I'll pay them. Just get me in.
I get you. Okay.
But and I have I've got a bet with a bunch of my contemporaries. And no offense to anyone, but I will be the next Mandalorian. I will be the
Yes.
next Mandalorian, and put it out there and manifest it. And no offense, I love the Mandalorian. I love what they're doing, but that's my jam. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm in the best shape of my life. I love martial arts. I love weapons. I love all that, and just to do that, I had an audition for House of Dragons, Game of Thrones prequel. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so there's so much going on. What I love about our landscape right now, Simone, there's so many opportunities because there's so many projects. And if you look at the projects, HBO, Netflix, Amazon, any network, there's a lot of new talent.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of new
Absolutely.
talent. You might see an A-lister or two, a name's got to carry it, but there's a lot of new talent.
Yes,
And the
there
best,
is. There
the
is.
best thing I can do for myself with Dennis Mallen Inc. is to keep working, because the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Absolutely.
And that's what it comes down to. I mean, Killer Miller. Okay.
Yes.
I did a Western. How many people outside of Clint Eastwood, Timothy Oliphant do Westerns? This guy, we've won almost 40 Best Movie Awards.
Mm-hmm.
We've won 3 Best Actor Awards. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, I joke, my ugly mug is getting out there.
Yes.
And
You joke about that.
and
But
I
yes.
like characters. I
Mm-hmm.
like characters that are broken because it allows me to show range.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
we've got that out there. Unlawful Duties. It's a short that's on Amazon Prime. I've got the lead in that with Christopher Avant. 250,000 views, 250,000 views as of a few weeks ago. I don't know what the number is right now. Well, we're going to turn that into a feature
Yeah.
come first quarter of next year. I'm starring across from Eric Roberts. I'm starring across from Robert Lasordo and a bunch of other big names. These are career-changing projects. I'm looking at my list here. It's just exciting. The
Well, don't
Italian.
reveal them all. Don't reveal them all because that's going to be on my next questions
I'm
now.
sorry.
That's going to be one of my next questions. So don't reveal them all. Hang on now.
I'm sorry.
So
Getting ahead of
yeah,
myself.
you're
I get
good. You're
excited.
good.
I get excited.
No, you're good. But going on to the number 4 question, name 3 people who influenced your career and why.
Al Pacino, without a doubt.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm Italian. I'm Italian, Irish, Brazilian. So
Hey,
yeah. So
I was
every
to say, I
time,
can tell from the accent.
I go over, grandma, grandpa's house, regardless of the holiday, you got the Godfather on. Okay. So, but just the acting alone,
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth Branagh, Kenneth Branagh, Hamlet. He
Ooh,
directed Hamlet. He was a producer of Hamlet. He starred in Hamlet. That's a 4-hour movie. I sit there at least once a year with a notebook and I just watch it. I sit there with a cup of tea as I have here and I just watch it. Um, Derek Jacobi, uh, Tony Hopkins, all
ooh.
these big names. I mean, the Keanu Reeves. I mean,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
think about it. Think about it. Now I love Keanu. He may never win the Oscar, and I pray he does because he's a very talented guy. But anything he touches turns to gold.
It's true.
Would you rather make money and be box office successful and or win the Oscar? Well, the answer is yes, obviously, but it is what it is. And to have that universal appeal and to
Mm-hmm.
be able to get into something that you can show range and really grow with, it really is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there are so many people I can name. But the top right off
Yeah.
the cuff, right off the cuff, Pacino.
But like you said, Pacino, I mean, he's a standard. I mean, Scarface. I mean, he's just the standard of acting.
Yeah,
Just still doing it what he does, and he's like in his 70s or 80s, still acting,
yeah.
still doing what he loves, and that's what I love to see. I mean, he's pretty much one of those people where he'll stop acting when he's dead. that's
Oh
and
yeah,
that's just gonna be his choice. He will stop acting when he's dead. And the same
Clint
thing with
Eastwood.
Anthony Hopkins. You know,
Yeah, Clint
yeah,
Eastwood's 91. Clint Eastwood just did Cry Macho. He's 91 years old.
exactly.
91 years old. Now, my father, Dennis Sr., rest in peace, Dad would say to me, he goes, these people have so much money. I don't understand. I go, Dad, they love what they do.
Yep.
That's why they do it. And
That's simple and clear.
it's a different concept. and either you understand it or you don't.
Exactly.
It gets to a point, and I'm on my way. I'm not there yet. Please don't get me wrong. You can do whatever you want until the day you die, and you haven't worked a day in your life. I mean, how many people are buried in the cemeteries with music left inside of them?
Right.
A lot, a
That's
lot.
true.
I choose not to be that guy.
Yes.
So that's what I do, and that's why every day I push hard. Every day I push the ball forward. Um, and just looking on my board, there's just a lot going on, and it's from building my network. It's from
Right.
taking care of people. It's from building my network and having a pretty good reputation and being
Right.
pretty decent at what I do. I think I'm decent at what I do. The reason why I think I'm decent is because I'm working. If I
Yeah.
was horrible, if I was a no good blah blah, I wouldn't be working. I'm working.
Right.
So God, the universe, whatever, things are working out, and my
Yeah.
career is moving forward. So I'm just really just blessed, just happy.
Of
You know,
course.
thank you.
Of course. Yes, your career is moving forward. So, but now we can get to the number 5, which means you can now tell me some of your future projects. I know you dropped some earlier, but what are more future projects that you're involved with that you can dish about to the J Lounge?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Zach Dieppe, writer, producer, director of The Italians. It's an international crime drama. And what I love about it, I'm playing Dennis Callahan. I'm the assistant director of Homeland Security for New York City. I am by far one of the most corrupt politicians in his storyline. It's a lead role, and if you look at the ensemble he's put together, I mean, guys and gals from The Sopranos, guys and gals from Goodfellas. It's just it's so many A-listers. It's tough to even mention. I've got a lead role, so I'm working with all these icons. Okay, now we're going to go from Miami to New York to Frankfurt to Paris to Dubai. Okay, I can't wait to travel. I can't wait to get this done.
Yeah.
And the way Zach's like a great buddy of mine. We talk at least once a week. He calls me at midnight just to shoot, just to talk, and just to kibitz and go over what's going on. And he's educating me. The man has such a personal background, a family background. He goes, yeah, my mother owns a floor, not a room, a floor in a hotel in Dubai. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I guess I'll be in mom's floor, not her room, her floor in Dubai. So it's just, there's a lot of people out there, and a lot of people find me through the work that I have out there. So it's really starting to snowball. It's really starting to manifest. You know,
Yes.
great people, Ramillo Blade, great people. I've got the lead in great people. That his goal, I haven't spoken to him. I've got to catch up with him, is to get into the Tribeca Film Festival over the next week or so. So I know he's scrambling to get it done. It's like anything else. It might take 90 days to shoot a movie, 120 days to shoot a movie. It takes 2 years to edit it. So it takes a while. So I've got the lead in that. And again, it's a funny contemporary script.
Oh, sounds
It,
exciting.
it's very exciting. And just,
Yes.
doors are opening up every day. I was
Yes.
fortunate enough to find my manager, Angela Anderson. We kind of found each other, and we're going on about 2 years now. And when Angela first called me up out of the blue, she goes, I've been watching your career for a few years now. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, another stalker, just what I need right now in my life. And she goes to me, you're busy. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. How are you finding your jobs? What are you doing? I go, well, 70% is for my own hustle. She's
Mm-hmm.
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, 70% is for my own, making phone calls, getting on the internet, doing my thing, auditioning, running around. 30-40% comes from different agents. And she's like, that's just
Yeah.
amazing. I said, look, Ange, if you can work half as hard for me as I work for myself, we're going to have a great relationship. We're going to make a ton of money, and we're going to be shooting
Mm-hmm.
for the star and the moon. So
Yeah.
with that, Rebecca Mahan, my publicist,
Mhm.
every week she's thinking of a new angle. Every other week, there's a press release coming out. As my work is coming out, commercials and movies and projects, she's putting out press releases.
Mm-hmm.
So it's exciting because, again, my name is out there. And I'm not only hopeful, more than hopeful. I really feel like I'm on the edge of something. I'm on the precipice where we can just blow up overnight. So it really is a great place to be. And it comes down to the individual hustle.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
out there if you want to get it. It's out there
Yep.
if you want to find it, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. And I'm excited for all your projects. I'm excited for all of them to come out. So
Thank
it's
you.
yes, like you say, your career is going up and up. So I cannot wait to see what you'll do.
Thank God, yes.
All righty. So let's get to the next these couple questions. Got just a couple more here. So going on to number 6, where can the J Lounge audience follow you and your work?
Sure. I've got a ton of stuff up on YouTube. I've got my own YouTube channel, Dennis Mallen. I'm all over social media. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. And please follow me. If anybody has any questions, if I can help anybody with anything, I'll be more than happy to. I just got invited via Instagram to be on 3 different podcasts in Pakistan. Pakistan.
That's awesome.
I am popular in Pakistan. Who knew?
Right? Who knew?
Of all the places in the world,
Mhm.
Pakistan. So I'm talking to Dr. Alicia Muliz. She runs 3 different shows and whatnot. And she's like, oh, yeah, you're very popular down here. And I'm like, all right, terrific. Not sure how that happened, but the World Wide Web, things happen. So via Instagram and via YouTube, seeing my work, I've got a ton of followers in that region of the world. That's exciting.
Nice. Yes,
That's
it
exciting.
is.
Let's parlay that over to the States and whatnot, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So,
So
yeah.
I'm all over social media. And literally, if I can help anybody with anything, please look for me. And might take a day to get back to you, but I'll be more than happy to help anybody with anything.
Yes, I highly encourage my audience. Make sure you follow Dennis, check out his work, keep up with his work, and just give him a shout out, give him a hey. So he's more appreciative than that. So definitely. Alrighty. So we just got 4 more questions to go. Let's definitely see if we can get through them here quickly. What are some of your passions outside of acting and directing?
Sure. I love to train. I was in the gym prior to this. I'm
Oh,
in I'm in
nice.
the gym 6-7 days a week. I'm at a certain age where I'm still getting a lot of active roles. So I'm in the best shape of my life, literally, figuratively. I'm passionate about red wine. I'm passionate about my family.
Love it, red
Um,
wine.
I'm passionate about really everything I do. I'm passionate about movie making. From a producer, even acting, even an actor perspective. You know, I I don't want to cut into another question. The producing really came across organically because I've had a lot of people, and you can just imagine, a lot of people in the business, a lot of
Mhm.
acquaintances. Hey, Dennis, do you know this person? Do you know that person? We need a cinematographer. We need a director. We need this. We need that. Can you help out? Sure, I can put you in touch. I can do this. I can do that. Well, hey, man, do you want to produce? Do you want to come aboard? And I'm like, look, you don't want me directing. You don't want me being the first AD because everybody will hate me by the time the production's done. And they're like, you're such a nice guy. I go, look, I know how hard I am on myself. Okay. I know what I expect and demand from myself. I can't expect and demand the same thing from other people. So if you want me to produce, and my method of producing, I very much corporatize it. Simone, you have a script, you wrote a book. Okay. You're the chairperson, you're the owner of that company. You hire me as your chief executive. You hire me as your producer. It's up to me to put together an effective team to help you achieve your vision. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So when I
Absolutely.
corporatize it and I break it down that way, people either truly understand what I mean or they don't. And I explain it to them. I go, I answer to you. Everybody answers to you, but I answer to you as your chief executive. I need to put together an effective team, a creative team that can communicate, because I believe in communication. Because
Mhm.
here's the thing. The worst thing you can do is call me when the house is fully on fire.
Right.
If there's a little spark. Let me know right away. I promise you, I can put the fire out. We can figure it out. But if you're not communicating, there's not much I can do. I always assemble a team of people that are very creative, a lot more than me. I don't consider myself a creative. I consider myself a good leader, organizer, where I can put together a good team that can help you achieve your vision. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm passionate about. I don't mind giving a new cinematographer an opportunity. I
Mm-hmm.
love working with new actors and giving them an opportunity and seeing people flourish. It's the matter when you're on set, it's the energy that you give is what you get back. And
Right.
that's on both sides of the camera. That's really on both
Absolutely.
sides.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing. All right, we just got 10 more minutes before Zoom
Sure.
boots us off, so you can get through this next three questions. What
All
goals do you hope to accomplish in your career?
right. I've got I've got huge, huge, huge goals. Huge goals where
Okay, let's hear them.
I'm not going to reveal them. I'm the kind of guy that just watch me, you know.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
I can promise you and everybody else that they are beyond my imagination.
Ooh,
I'm here to
okay,
leave a legacy. I'm here to leave a legacy. I'm here to leave my indelible mark. So,
okay. I see you. I see you. All righty, I respect that. I respect
thank you.
that. I won't push it. I won't push it. So we'll
Right?
just have to wait and see. We'll just
That's
have to
it.
wait and see. I get it. I get it. I like it though.
Let people watch. Let people watch me.
Exactly.
Instead of spitting up in the sky, just let me do my thing. And oh my God, look at that! How'd that happen? Yeah, who knew?
I
Who knew?
respect
Hey,
it. I respect it.
I
Okay.
like to
Okay.
thank the Academy. I like to thank Simone.
Okay. I mean, that would be really awesome though, because I would totally brag to everybody. Hey, did you see his speech? Yeah, you know he name dropped me, right? Okay, yeah. I would totally, yeah, every day. People would get tired of me. I'm just gonna say right now, people get tired of me.
No, no.
All right, going on to the number 9 question. If you could work with any actor on any film that you would choose of your choosing, which
Sure.
actor would you choose, and what type of film would you guys be doing?
Something with Pacino. And I
Yes,
hope
of
we,
course.
I hope we,
You gotta respect the
I hope we
Pacino. You
have,
gotta respect the legend.
I hope you have another 50 years left with Mr. Pacino. Anything where I can be a sidekick, anything where I can be across from him, anything with him, anything with Kenneth Branagh,
Yeah.
anything with a character that's broken. I'll never play the lily white sheriff and oh la 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 because it's boring.
It is
It's
boring.
really
You're
it's
right.
really boring, and I'm not a milk toast type of guy, right? Give me a broken character that I can dig into and I can internalize. Give me something that's so beat up and so out there. I'm your guy. I'm your guy. But oh my gosh, yeah, across from Mr. Pacino, across from Kenneth Branagh, Matthew McConaughey. I mean, I can go on and
Ooh.
on and on. I'm fortunate enough to have Eric Roberts and Robert Lasordo and the people in unlawful duties. So, we're building, building, building. And there's a bunch of other things that I can't disclose, but I'm going to be working across some real big A-listers over the next 6-9 months. So
Oh
excited.
my gosh. I love it.
Thank
Especially
you.
like you said, anything with Pacino. I hope he has another 50, 75 years in him too. Cause yes, I am not ready to see what the film world will look like without the great Al Pacino. It just
Oh,
wouldn't be the same. Yeah, it just would not be the same. He's been one of my favorite actors of all time, of just forever. Yeah,
yeah.
he's just
Well,
too incredible. Too
I hope I
incredible.
can be your second favorite actor. But
Oh, hey, I got many lists. You can be on that list. You can be on that list. I have my favorite Italian actors. I can put you on there.
thank you. I appreciate that.
I love it. All right, Mr. Dennis, going on to the last question.
Yes, ma'am.
What's been some of the most rewarding moments of your career and why?
Wow. That's a great question. You know, I get excited. I don't get excited until I'm on set and the director, he or she says action, and that's when I'm a method actor. So I stay in character for the entire
Yeah.
production, if you would. So most satisfying, I get so much out of every production that I'm on. I really do. Either behind the camera or in front of the camera. I love working with new people that I can give energy to, and I can see their performance jump up to the next level. I enjoy finding brand new actors and coaching them and bringing it out of them and really helping them get to the next level. But I've had so many memories and so many great experiences, really too many to name. And it's just, I wouldn't do it justice if I said, well, this movie's better than that movie and so on. I'm just really happy, blessed just to do what I do. And the experiences that I've had have are countless. When it wraps, when this show wraps, the movie wraps, commercial wraps, I get everybody to sign the front page of the script because there's so many memories and just so many things. I keep it in the scrapbook. I do. So every now and again, once every year, whatnot, I just go through it and I just go, wow, remember that guy? Remember that gal? Remember that experience? Remember this director? Remember this? Remember that? Every experience is the best experience. And there's just so many more great experiences yet to come.
Oh, that is awesome. And you're right. You're right. It's just all beginning. We got 2022 coming up. So we got projects for you to do,
Yes, ma'am.
screenplays, all that kind of stuff. So I cannot wait to see more of your projects. I can't wait to see what goals that you wouldn't reveal on my show about. I cannot I cannot wait to see just how far you go and just what else you bring to the table there, Dennis. You're bringing a
Thank you.
lot already, but I cannot wait to see what more you bring.
I'll make you a deal. When over the next few years, I get to a certain level, I'll be more than happy to come back and discuss that goal that's been achieved.
I will love to take you on that deal. That sounds like a deal to me.
But,
Yes, sounds good. Mr. Dennis, you have been a great pleasure to speak with. You are just a ball of life. I cannot wait to see more of what you do. I know my audience is going to embrace you. They're really going to enjoy hearing your
thank you.
story and more about your work. And I appreciate you coming on here and talking about your story and your
Eh,
work. It's been a pleasure of mine.
Pleasure's mine. Simone, thank you so much. Again, if I can help you or anybody with anything, please feel free to reach out and let's finish off this year strong and make 22 the best year ever.
I agree with that, and I will totally take you on that offer. Honestly, I will. I
Awesome.
really do appreciate you.
My
Of
pleasure.
course, I appreciate everyone listening in as well. I do want to encourage everyone one more time. Make sure you follow Dennis and Mallen and make sure you check out his work. Make sure you check out him on social media. Give him support, give him love, say hey, maybe, take him out for a nice, Italian sandwich. I'm pretty sure, who knows? I'm just going to put it out there. Take him
That's
out for a
funny.
nice Italian sandwich. I mean, come on now. Come on now. But I do appreciate everyone for joining in. I do appreciate my amazing guest, Mr. Dennis Mellon, one more time. Of course, you guys know I have been your hostess with the mostest, Miss J, aka Miss Simone Jackson. I will be back with another great episode of the J Lounge here soon. Till then, you guys, it is Halloween, so happy Halloween, everyone. Stay safe, enjoy some candy, and I'll be back soon with another great episode. Till then.